Hey guys, it is Spencer. Welcome to F Team Transtastic, and today is not my day. And currently, you're being balanced on my knees as I sit in this bed. And hopefully, I don't shake as much as I discuss this topic, which is interaction with cis men. Um, I don't really have a lot to say on this topic, but I feel like I haven't been MIA for a very long time, and I kind of just wanted to show my face and weigh my opinion on everything. This is my take on interacting with cis men. First, I guess I'm going to explain a little bit about my life and the friend groups that I have. So, my current friend group that's in Atlanta, so everybody that I can actually like go and hang out with and interact with physically, are majority cis men and women. Um, and majority of that, they're straight. And that's kind of been my friend group my entire life. I grew up in a Jewish school and then I graduated from a Christian school. So no one was out as LGBT in any way. And that was just how it was. Then I went to the Air Force, which is very heavily cis man. So I had to interact with cis men in that setting. Then I went and my degree is in chemistry, which is sciences is a very cis man heavy study. So all my partners and classmates were basically cis men. So my entire life, I have basically only been around cis men and women. And that was never a problem for me. I didn't really care one way or another. I mean, it would always be great to have another LGBT friend, but it just never happened. And that was fine. Now that I'm in Atlanta, again, majority of my friends are cis and straight, and majority of my friends are male. So I interact with cis men all the time. There was some, I guess, there are some of my friends in my friend group that know I'm trans in the sense that I'm non-binary, but they do not know that I was assigned female at birth. And they, I don't think will ever guess unless I tell them. And it's not that I like have mastered the socialization with men, because I haven't. And I don't think there's a mastery for it. It's just basically for me, I don't really care. And that may be really hard to do, especially if you identify as trans male. But the reason why I don't care is because I don't identify as male or trans male. I identify as non-binary. So it doesn't bother me that cis men don't see, like, if I do something, they say that's not something men do because I'm not trying to portray myself as male. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like many people fear it because they don't want to be outed, and I just don't care because I'm not trying to be seen as male. So if I ever do something and someone ever comes to me and says that's not something typically men do, I would just be like, that's cool. I'm not male, so well, that's not something typically women do. That's cool. I'm not female, so it doesn't. I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care how I socialize. Apparently, is something typical men or typical women don't do. Like, all of it's bullshit anyway, and we all know that. But just for me, it eases a lot of my concerns simply because I just remind myself, well, I'm not male, so I don't care. I'm also I think I would do a disservice without saying this. I also am fortunate enough to not suffer from social anxiety. I have always been very extroverted. I've always been very talkative. I don't suffer from social anxiety at all, so I understand that I have the privilege of interacting with people differently than people who may suffer from social anxiety. So I do want to clarify that and not say that everyone should just have my way of thinking, because not everyone's non-binary. Not all non-binary people think the way I do, and not everyone, has the same experiences with interacting with people the way I do. So I do understand that. I'm 100% aware. It's just, if you're a non-binary person, maybe you can look at it the way I do, which is simply, you're not there to prove anything to anyone. You're just there to exist. And I honestly think that some of the things that we get so caught up on, the little socializations that we feel like people will immediately know that we're trans, don't really make a difference. I know one person talked to me about whether or not they should say, hey, what's up, versus hi, how are you, when interacting with men. And it's like, I've said both, and no one has ever said you're trans because I said, hi, how are you doing, versus, hey man, what's up? You know what I mean? So I understand where the fear comes from. I understand why we have to think like this and why we have these anxieties. But if you can get to a place where you can just tell yourself that in the end it doesn't matter, I feel like 90% of the time it doesn't matter. That's all I have to say about it. I hope you guys are having a great week and are gearing up for an even better weekend. FitCon is in Atlanta, which is exciting, so I'm hoping to go there. I am a month and a week post-op from surgery, so hopefully I'll be a little more active now that the worst part is over and I'm able to walk on my own. And yeah, it's Thursday. It's Spencer. Until next time.